exploring the exploitation of cognitive biases. A cognitive warfare studies perspective.
Hello and welcome to the Universal Principles podcast. Today, we're diving into the fascinating and slightly unsettling world of cognitive biases, specifically how they're exploited. It's a real mind bender, so buckle up.
Thanks for having me. In cognitive warfare studies, we look at how these biases are weaponized, essentially. It's not just about understanding that people are irrational, but understanding how that irrationality can be predictably manipulated. We aim to understand, counter, and sometimes use these techniques.
Cognitive warfare sounds intense. Before we get too deep, could you contextualize this? What's the higher concept at play when we talk about exploiting cognitive biases?
Sure, the core idea is that human decision-making is often far from rational. We rely on mental shortcuts, biases, that can be systematically exploited. This means influence can be exerted by triggering those biases. A great example is in marketing, with pricing strategies that cleverly exploit anchoring bias, or even in negotiations when establishing initial offers.
So it's about leveraging our inherent mental quirks. Can you give us some concrete examples of how this exploitation manifests, perhaps in the political or social sphere?
Absolutely. A prime example is the spread of disinformation during elections. This frequently exploits confirmation bias. People are fed information, often false, that confirms their pre-existing beliefs, making them more likely to accept it as truth. Think about it. Are you more likely to believe something that aligns with your worldview or something that challenges it?
Definitely the former. It's comforting to have my beliefs validated. It's harder to consider information that contradicts what I think I know. So what's another example?
Another common tactic leverages the availability heuristic, showcasing isolated incidents of violence committed by a specific group, for instance, can create a perception of widespread threat, even if statistically unfounded. Fear sells, and readily available, though unrepresentative, examples amplify that fear.
That's unsettling, makes you wonder what else we're being subtly influenced by. Are there principles from other fields that relate to this?
Absolutely. In behavioral economics, cognitive biases is a foundational principle. Understanding these biases is crucial for predicting consumer behavior, designing effective marketing campaigns, and even shaping public policy. The same quirks that influence our political choices also influence our shopping habits.
So how do we protect ourselves from being manipulated? Any practical tips?
First, critical self-reflection. Be aware of your own biases. What are your hot-button issues? Second, seek out diverse perspectives. Don't just consume information that confirms your existing beliefs. Actively look for dissenting opinions. Finally, verify information from multiple sources. Don't trust everything you read online, especially if it evokes a strong emotional reaction.
Great advice. Recognizing our own irrationality is the first step, I suppose. Any closing thoughts for our listeners?
Just remember, understanding cognitive biases isn't about becoming cynical. It's about becoming more informed, more discerning, and ultimately more resilient to manipulation. Be skeptical, but stay open-minded.
Excellent points. Thanks so much for sharing your expertise with us on universal principles. It's definitely given me something to think about, maybe too much to think about. Until next time.